So go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell me exactly your name and how to spell it.
Start that way. I'm Kirsten O'Neill, KirstenOneal.
I'm Rebecca Puente, REBECAPUENTE.
I'm Austin Reynolds, AUSTIN space REYNOLDS.
And I'm Connor Palmore, CONNERPALMORE.
Okay, so now you guys go to Pleasant Grove High School, and you've been working with Mrs. Sutton. Tell me a little bit about how you guys got started doing that with Mrs. Sutton and with Ramin.
Well, with Ramin, that's new this year, but we've been a part of Miss Sutton's company called the Encore Company at Pleasant Grove High School for about 3 years now. We're all seniors, and so we've been in the advanced theater group, and this year she's just got in contact with Ramin, and she wants us to get more experience with the professional world to see what we want to do when we grow up. And so that's been our whole process, seeing the new world, potentially what we might want to do. It's been a great process.
And when did Ramin first come to Pleasant Grove?
He came in December, and that was because Miss Sutton went to his concert in September and got in contact with him, and they started planning like this small tour, but mainly focusing on working with the students. So that's when he first came in December, and that's when, since then, he's wanted to come back and start all this.
And then when else did he come back?
He came back just last week for the third time, and before that he came back in February just for a little bit, just to visit with us, have a few more master classes was his biggest thing to teach us even more, so that it was funny, he was really nervous that he didn't teach us enough the first time he was here, and so he actually told Miss Sutton, I want to come back and make sure I taught your kids everything that I can. And so that was great for us, because last time he was so busy with his tour, he had to come in again just to make sure he got them all the teaching in that he wanted us to. And so now he's here for a third time, doing tours again and teaching.
So what are some of the things that you've learned from him?
One of the things that I've learned is confidence, in that I'm now not afraid at all to meet or work with anyone in the professional world at all, I feel like. I've learned what it's like to absolutely be yourself and be professional at all times, and you can't get nervous or anything like that working with someone of that caliber. And just working with him over time now, I really learned how important that is, and that's carried over into my work ethic everywhere I go. I have to be professional and have confidence in everything I do, and I've really seen it really improve how I work at everything after working with him.
And to add on to that, like as in the acting world, he's taught me, you take real aspects from people and you apply them to your characters, and that's what makes people love theater. They like watching people, and it's just so great that he just like this essence of confidence about him that just kind of rubs off on you, and that you can carry that with you, and you see these professional people and you want to be more like them.
And adding to the confidence, we actually had the chance to perform with him at his last concert, and so we sing, but we never had that confidence of being like, oh, we should sing with someone, and he gave us that opportunity. He gave us a confidence in our talent and in ourselves that helped us, develop our skills and do what we do now, and so he helped us with that, and he also showed us a whole new world in the traveling, because we traveled as his roadies at the last tour, and so seeing this whole new professional world where you're no longer a high school student, you have to be professional at all times, you have to worry about taking care of other people, not just yourself. And that was something that I personally can apply in my future career and working as hard as I can, not just for myself, but worrying about other people as well.
And along with all of that, this is something that I want to do eventually. I'm going to college to be a musical theater major, and so this really gave me a chance to learn about what it is to be a professional musician and the logistics of what's going to happen. And so I go into this field, with my eyes wide open, knowing exactly what I'm going to have to do.
So are all of you seniors?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
You're all seniors. So do you guys know where you're going to college yet?
Yes.
Can you tell us where you're going?
Sure.
I'm going to Oral Roberts University in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
And I'm going to go to the University of Texas in Austin.
I'm also going right here, University of Texas in Austin.
And I'll be going to Howard Payne University to study political science.
And where is that?
It's in Brownwood, Texas.
Okay.
It's about 2 hours from Abilene.
Great. And as far as your musical abilities go, I know you're all really good at what you do. Do you think you're going to, all of you are going to pursue those kind of careers, or have you, by doing this, decided you don't want to do it?
Well, music is definitely something that I love to do, and although right now my plan isn't to focus on music so much, I do want to get like a minor in music to maybe on the side keep developing my musical abilities and maybe see where that takes me. So actually the tour has shown me that, possibly this is something I could do. So
It seems like every time Ramin comes back, I remember why I love this so much. Same reason when you first start a play, it's just like this brand new feeling, and you want to expand on that. And I think him coming back definitely has made me want to try it at least in college and see what it's like.
It's really made me realize how much maybe I may not want to perform in the future, but I definitely want to stay in the performing area, probably more as a director, so that I can show tons of other people that great feeling that performing and learning more about yourself through theater gives you. And it's really made me realize that I want to give other people that. And being able to travel and see him give other people that just for a day in master classes all across Texas, just seeing that really made me realize that I want to do that same thing and impact other people's lives just like he is.
Being a musician is something that I've always wanted to do. My parents were musicians. I grew up around it, and this has really given me an experience that I will never forget, because this is something that I want to do, and something that I want to pursue in the future.
So where do you see yourselves in 5 years and in 10 years? 5 years and 10 years.
I'll go. I know.
You know.
I know. I have a plan. In 5 years, I'll be just fresh out of college, and I would have graduated with a K through 12 teaching degree, and I want to go straight into teaching theater. I'm not sure what age yet, but definitely start in the school system. And then in 10 years and beyond that, I hope to work to start my own production company, not to do with the school systems, that I can take all ages, and impact lives of anywhere, not just in the school, through theater. And so I'm going to start in the schools, then expand beyond that, leave the schools to a regional theater that I will open myself.
Let's see, in about 5 years, I see myself on my way to law school, and hopefully starting that. In 10 years, hopefully I have my law degree and starting my own law firm. But that's something that I've always been passionate about.
As for me, this just gave me a good grip on what I might want to do. I got into college with an English major with no intent on getting an English major. So as for me, it's kind of uncertain. But, I love performing. So that's one thing I can always, that's one thing I can just carry with me. I really do love it.
I really don't know. I love performing. That's something that I want to go into. I want to look into, obviously Broadway is the dream, but traveling is always a big thing in my life, so I want to maybe go for a traveling company, and even just as a backstage doing something. I want to stay in theater because it's really a passion of mine.
And what about your families? What do they think about your performing and all of the things that you're doing with this tour?
My mom always says, if you want to do it, go for it. So, because there is a downside if you don't make it, but there's always the chance that you will. And so, why not take the chance?
My parents definitely endorse me, but I'm pretty sure they're not confident that it's gonna work out.
My family has always supported me, and they've always, of course, I'm an immigrant, so coming to this country is already a dream come true, and so they always push me towards having good grades, and I always wanted to be a lawyer, so they've always been really proud of that. And this opportunity with Ramin, of course, when I was little, I always sang, and so they always knew that I could sing, but working with Ramin and seeing me perform, they saw a whole new side and a whole new passion that I had for music. So I had this conversation with them the other day. They're like, if you really want to pursue music, we support you 100%. Because they will be proud of anything that I do. Being blessed with this great opportunity of traveling with him and performing with him, they're extremely proud and really happy and excited for all this work that I've done.
Kind of like Rebecca's parents, my parents have just now, this is the first time they've been able to see anything like this, what it's like behind the scenes, which is exactly what we do. And so they're now open to me being in that position behind the scenes, maybe if I wanted to also tour, to work as a stage manager, to work as performing, any of that now. They now see what it's like, and so they can put their strong opinions in, which range from, I can't believe you're going to do that, but to, yes, please, it's obviously what you're good at and you can go do it, that's what you need to do. I mean, it's a huge range, and of course, they're never always full on one, but they now know how to think about it just through working with me.
Okay, well that's great. That's all the questions that I have. Do you guys have anything that you want to share with us that maybe I didn't point out or didn't bring up? Is there anything that you can think of?
This has just all been so crazy.
Yeah, it's been a dream come true.
It really has.
It's been worth it,
We
huh?
actually, yeah, so much has gone into this. We were talking about this the other day. It feels like not even a year ago we were introduced to Ramin's, like him as an artist in about August of 2012, and we watched his Phantom. And we were like, oh my gosh, he's so good, and we never imagined that.
He'd be
And
standing.
in about
Yeah.
3 months, we would be traveling with him and having worked
Yeah.
with him and sang with him.
Be able to
Yeah,
consider
we
him
sit there and have
a
conversation.
mentor and a friend.
And it hasn't really just been him; it's been his band.
His whole
His
everything.
entire band is super talented, and they worked really, really hard. And so, seeing Ramin and seeing such a great supporting group has also been a really big impact on us.
Well, and like just the year alone, last year seemed so very stressful, and then this year we've done so much more. It just shows how capable we are, you know. And I never thought that we could pull it off. Like several times ago, you know, if we didn't have this for me going on, what would we do? Like there would just be nothing to
We
do.
learned a lot about ourselves.
Yeah.
And what we could
A lot
do.
about ourselves.
What we are
How to
capable
push
of.
ourselves,
you know.
Yeah.
We learned a lot about ourselves.
Yeah, I get an opportunity to interview a lot of guys, a lot of people who are on Broadway or touring in shows and things like that. And every one of them has said pretty much the same thing that you guys are saying already, that they are further along in their careers.
Yeah.
So this opportunity is definitely something that you guys have a definite leg up of all of the
Yeah.
other people that are starting
It's
out.
it's funny. We like today, we're technically missing school to be here, but we're learning so much more by being here than if we were in school. Just being around this entire atmosphere is teaching us so much more than being in the classroom could teach us.
Definitely. And I think that, you know, you'll be able to add that to your resumes.
Yeah.
This
Already-
will,
yes,
you know,
already
this
have,
is on
yeah.
your resumes. And when somebody sees that, you're going to be, and especially if you're going into the, you know, into
Yeah.
the Broadway scene and into the music scene in that respect, everybody knows who Ramin is in those circles.
Absolutely.
So it'll be a really great opportunity for you guys. Well, I'm really excited that I got to talk to you. What I'm going to do, you can turn this off now, yeah.